Well, when the place gets silent, I then have to say good morning and welcome everyone. So good morning and welcome to Hudson Valley Community College. For those of you who are here for this special announcement, I want you to know that there are several folks on our live stream who is also looking at today's events. This is truly an historic occasion for us in our 70-year history. So it's one of those moments where you feel pretty proud of what we're about to talk about today. When I came here nearly 3 years ago, I had a goal of establishing a high school inside of the college. And I began a tour to meet over 196 leaders in the region. But the very first visit that I made was to Dr. Gladys Cruz, my very first meeting that I had. And when I had that meeting, the idea was in my head, but she sucked it out of my head and made it a reality. And so for her, I looked at her as the genius. So when I think of the high school, I think of a place that served as a transition point between the region's school district and higher education, a place where we could take our strong reputation of being an academic institution with excellence to the very next level, to prepare most of our students, or hopefully all of our students, to advanced degrees and in-demand jobs, the split of having both education and some very skilled job areas. After many months of planning, we are thrilled to be standing here today with Dr. Cruz and her team to announce the creation of this STEM high school at Hudson Valley Community College. A partnership with Questar 3 BOCES supported by New York State Pathways in Technology and Early College High School Smart Scholars Grant that was awarded to Dr. Cruz and her team. This new high school is unique, an example of a growing partnership that's being built between local colleges and the region's school district. In fact, community colleges are the critical link to higher education for so many. Did you know that nearly half of all undergraduates studying in the US are enrolled in community colleges? Well, if you didn't, I'm telling you now. But did you also know this? That our students graduate in 2 years. So think about the workforce. When the universities, it's a 4-year track. So in fact, community colleges put out more than 60% of the workforce in the United States. Our students powers the region, this region's workforce upon graduation, and also fill the funnel of 4-year colleges because a lot of our students transfer into the 4-year institutions. Did you know that Hvcc earns higher salaries than any other community college in the region, according to the Business Review Survey? If you didn't know that, I'm telling you now, that students coming out from our college have the highest percentage rate of earning a job. And PTECH and early college high school programs are an innovative new way to make that bridge between high school and the college even broader and more accessible for our students. My last, did you know? Did you know that our job placement rate for Hvcc graduates are 97%? I think you should shake your head. Yes, you do know that, because it was, again, another one of those things that was publicized of how great this institution is to make sure that students who are going to come to us are going to have a place. Hudson Valley is already acquainted with the PTECH and early college high school programs. We host one of the state's first early college high school programs at our Tech Smart building in Malta. And we're involved in several other high schools programs, partnerships throughout the regions. But we are proud to announce today that this will be the first high school in the region to offer a PTECH curriculum for students from grade 9 through 12, completely housed on our campus, the dream that you and I shared almost 3 years ago. Students in our new high school will be able to earn up to 63 college credits towards an associate degree at no additional cost to the local districts. Tuition, fees, books, and instructional materials are fully covered by the wonderful grant that Dr. Cruz and the team managed to get for this program. We have reimagined one of the college's original buildings that dates back to the 1960s for this program. We worked on this building. It's our Lang Technical Building. And we transformed right now the second floor to house this program. We're working on the first floor, and hopefully it would be looking as beautiful by the summertime, so those of you who are taking the trek over. Our new high school will be focused on a STEM education and STEM careers, and Dr. Cruz would mention a little bit about those. And not only will our incoming student take advantage of the newly reimagined learning space, but they would also have access to all of the facilities on our campus, all of the support, and any activities that take place on the campus, they will be welcome to be part of. So I share my thanks today to Questar 3 District Superintendent, Dr. Gladys Cruz, outright, and Questar 3 Academic Officer, Dr. Anthony Taby, and I hope I pronounced the name correctly, for sharing in this vision and for making today a reality. Thanks to our own Vice President, Dr. Julie De Lorenzo, Ronelyn, our Assistant Vice President for Academic Affairs, and our Associate Dean, Deb Shoemaker, who is right here. They have worked tirelessly to help make this program a reality. Thanks to our school district officials around the capital region, our superintendents, building principals, teachers, school counselors, who are already doing great outreach to make this program a reality. Finally, many thanks to those elected officials who have supported our vision and innovative academic programs that build a stronger education pipeline from K-12 to college and college to career. My board members are here today, Mr. Bill Fagan, Mr. Tom, and if you guys can just wave your hands like this. We have online our board members who are also viewing today's event, and this is one thing I can tell you is that our board members are totally involved in everything that happens here at the college and so very supportive of the work that is being done. Online viewing our show today is the Vice Chancellor for the Sunni system, Johanna Duncan Portier, who is also viewing today's event. And I believe Chancellor Jim Malatras might be on there, and if he is, again, we thank him. And we just saw our county executive walk in, Steve Mclaughlin, who is here, another big supporter of everything that happens here in the county and Hudson Valley Community College. Thank you for recognizing that high school is not a one-size-fits-all option, and that we can reimagine what it means to be a high school student and a college student in one place. Thank you so much for being here today, and we look forward to what we believe is a very dynamic future. I want to turn this over to someone who, in my opinion, is my genius, Dr. Gladys Cruz.
Thank you so much, President Ramsamy. And I do remember that day when he walked into my office and he said, I really would like to see a high school on the Hudson Valley Community College. And I said, so let's do it. You know, let's just get it done. So I want to welcome you all and thank you for being with us this morning. We are so pleased to announce this new partnership between Questar 3 BOCES, Hudson Valley Community College, and our local school districts. I want to thank some of our superintendents present, Mr. Mike Weatherby from Carroll Durham, thank you, and Mr. Jeff Simons from East Greenbush Central School District, thank you. When we first learned about a new round of PTECH and early college high school grants from the State Education Department, in 2019, we immediately thought of Hudson Valley Community College and that dream of bringing a high school to the college. To locate a high school on this wonderful campus that focuses on pathways that will lead students to high-demand, high-wage careers locally. So in the BOCES spirit of collaboration and cooperation, we join together to build something unprecedented for this area, the upstate New York. We appreciate the support of the State Education Department and early partners like the Tech Valley Center of Gravity and the AI Center of Excellence, both located in downtown Troy. Like us, they recognize the need to prepare local students with 21st century academic rigor and a different set of skills, one of self-direction, ingenuity, and teamwork, the knowledge and skills needed for today's workplace. Collaboration and innovation will be an integral part of the new PTECH and early college high school programs set to launch in September. These two programs will be part of a small high school with big aspirations. Located on campus here in Troy, these programs will provide our region's students with an unparalleled academic experience. Students will access 4 different pathways: computer information systems, web development, engineering technology, focusing on civil engineering, environmental technology, focusing on clean energy management, and health sciences in areas like dental hygiene, radiologic technology, and respiratory therapy. The PTECH and early college high school models represent the best of what public-private partnerships can look like, with students taking high school and college coursework simultaneously and engaging in industry-guided workforce development. While COVID-19 has disrupted our operations in ways we could have never imagined just a year ago, it has not impacted our desire and intent to expand opportunities for students in the capital region. This school will include a wide range of academic and workforce experiences, including mentoring, worksite visits, and internships. After all, it is more important than ever to provide these young people with these hands-on experiences. I want to thank all of our region's superintendents who have worked with us hand in hand in the development of this program and this high school. I also want to thank our Chief Academic Officer, Anthony Tabry. So I always say I have these great dreams, and then I turn them over to my staff. And then I have a wonderful team behind me, and then the wonderful team at Hudson Valley Community College who make it all happen. So thank you. I am so pleased to be able to do this small, in-person, socially distant launch event today. Now I invite my colleague, Mr. Jeff Simons from East Greenbush Central School District, to discuss this partnership and how it will impact local students, including those who are underrepresented at the post-secondary level. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Cruz, and thank you, Dr. Ramsamy, for hosting this event. I am the superintendent of the East Greenbush School District, which serves Columbia High School, which is right down the road, but I really want to speak and represent all of the superintendents in the component districts with gratitude for this partnership that has been put together between our respective school districts, Hudson Valley Community College, and the leadership of Dr. Cruz. We have had conversations over the course of the last several years that have really led to this unique idea of a high school on the college campus here at Hudson Valley. We've talked with all of the area colleges that serve our districts about not only the high school graduation rates, but also our 2-year and 4-year college graduation rates. We are tracking the success of our students when they leave us, and we feel that this type of partnership will give our students a clearer vision of where they might want to go in career fields that have been identified as serving the workforce development needs of the region. So all of the ideas that we have discussed with colleges and business have kind of come to fruition in this perfect marriage of our concerns with the opportunities that have been provided by this program. So we will work aggressively with Hudson Valley, with our Questar BOCES, to ensure that our families, our students are aware of the opportunities that this program will provide, and we are very pleased to support all of the efforts through the PTECH grant and the Early College High School grant to bring these opportunities to ensure that our students know where they may want to go when they graduate from high school. In this case, they may be graduating from high school with both a high school diploma and a college degree from Hudson Valley, and they will have experiences along the pathway that will enable them to enter right into the workforce. So it's a perfect, seamless marriage of our concerns with opportunities for the kids. We're pleased to be here. We're pleased to congratulate Hudson Valley and Questar BOCES, and we look forward to expanding this partnership in ways that serve our students and our community. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jeff. Now I'd like to ask Executive Steve Mclaughlin to say a few words.
Thank you. Good morning. Good morning, Jeff and Gladys and Roger. What a great program here that's going to be rolling out at the college. We are very proud of Hudson Valley Community College as the lead sponsor. We are very, very proud of this place, and to see it grow and change under Roger's leadership is phenomenal. And we think a lot about how to advance kids in this county and other counties around the area. And this is the kind of, we think, the shining example of how to get this done. And it isn't always about the way it always was. In fact, it can't be. Education has to change, it has to evolve, it has to morph into something else. And job skills and training are so important earlier than we thought. I think that's something that we've all learned here as we've gone along. Maybe as we've gotten older, we've learned that these job skills are super important. And I remember as a kid, having the chance, the opportunity there to have that vocational, technical type of training at some of our high schools. So to see it come on board to a campus here like this, it's going to be an amazing experience for these high school kids. And I think it's just going to take off and grow and become something even more than what we envision now. Just as this college continues to be more than what we envisioned in the past, it continues to change and amaze all of us around the region. So congratulations. We are very proud of all of our schools in the area, all of our high schools, all of our elementary schools. They've been through a lot, and we're especially proud here of Hudson Valley as well. As you can see, the way we're doing this now is different. It's evolved. Hopefully we get back to where we were pretty quickly. Get a shot if you haven't, by the way. Just Roger's leadership, just as Drew's leadership was fantastic, Roger's leadership is fantastic. I remember Roger and I got to spend a lot of time together on a trip, and we talked about things like this. We talked about doing things like this, the outreach of this college, not only here in the capital region, but internationally. So it's an amazing place, and we're just very, very proud of it and very proud to be a supporter. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Executive Mclaughlin. I'd like to recognize one of our board members who has been with us this morning, Ed Brooks, if you could just wave. Thank you for being here and supporting our crazy ideas.
So, to wrap up the session, let me just say this. It's always thinking differently. It's not about, as Steve Mclaughlin just said it, we can't put ourselves in a box. We have to be creative. We have to think about new ways of how to reach our students and give them direction. And I can tell you something that I've learned in my 30 years in education, is that if you get students at middle school, you can really put them to the challenge and direction and keep them motivated to some end result that is beneficial to them, to the region, to their families, and to whatever organization they choose to be part of. And that's our job here at the college, to make sure that we are the link to everything that's good in life. And that's what we will continue to do. And I hope that we will have always your support in doing other things like this. And I can assure you, there's a whole lot more to come. There really is here at Hudson Valley. So thank you all. Thank you to my board members who are online, who have always supported us. Thank you to the Chancellor and Vice Chancellor who's online, County Executive Mclaughlin, for always being there for the college, the Gladys Cruz, to our superintendent, who I've met with so many times to talk about how we should move our students into a new era. I thank you all for being here, and I think, Dennis, you should tell us what's the next move. We're good? That's a wrap.